Okay, so the next 3 episodes of Party on My Guys were filmed on the same day. And yeah, 2 of them have guests from the channel because I'm having a little bit of trouble getting guests. But whatever. Hope you enjoy. Either way.
This episode was filmed in front of a studio audience.
Yep. And welcome to Party on My Guys. I'm Aiden Urkla, your host.
And I'm Super Isaiah Odyssey, the other host. And Freya is...
We're not necessarily other host. You're actually the guest too.
Yes, I forgot. I guess I'm used to how it is on Game Guy Audio. Substitute host.
Yeah, and then Freya is not a guest. She is just here because I actually don't know why. And we have a studio audience this time, which has 2 members of the main cast that you'll know, and then who is actually the second actor for Chris, because we have recast him for Calvin and Kyle, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, talk about that. Right now,
And by in a little bit, I mean in real life, not necessarily on this episode, but let's actually talk about what we're here for.
Yeah.
So,
Aiden's talk show videos.
yes, let's consider what could make them the season 0 of Party on My Guys.
I don't know if there's... I remember watching them when they came out, and I remember one that got taken down because of, let me think, real life reasons, because of... It was
Yeah.
stuff.
Let's just leave it at that. But let's actually consider for a second what could make them considered as actual talk shows. And Dylan, you don't need to look at the camera the entire time.
I don't know, I just need to do that, so I'm sure. And this series has and this is an actual edited podcast. The old talk shows weren't.
Yeah. So,
Jackson.
yeah. So, what would actually make them considered like a season 0 would depend on their quality. Now, my initial plan was to have us react to them right now, but I changed my mind on that. So instead, we'll just be discussing what we remember about them.
So, I remember when the first one came out. I don't actually remember. I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
I can't pull on my phone because that's dead. I'll charge it like right back.
I'll
that
grab-
charging thingy right there.
Yeah, that's my laptop charger. But don't worry, I'll grab my phone and we'll take a look. I'll show the audience. But yeah, so for my first talk show video.
Oh, it was that one.
Yes, that is actually my 4th video.
It's his 4th video special. Are you okay?
But yes, so as you can see here,
I'm sorry.
or barely see, but that was
Yeah, I don't trust Fred.
uploaded on my first day of doing YouTube.
Oh my gosh, wait, let me see. Where's the first talk show? Let me look. Oh, wait, is it? Oh my gosh, it was the one you filmed on your floor, the bedroom floor.
Yes,
I remember that.
I actually filmed a couple of them. But yeah, so let's talk about, so from my perspective of the person who made them, I have to think here about what I was going to say about them. Oh yeah, so I wouldn't really know if they're actually season 0, just because they weren't like proper interviews.
Yeah.
See, what we're doing right now, this show, is actually what my initial plan was for those talk show videos, but it never happened.
Oh, Freya's by my feet.
So that is one reason to consider counting the original talk show videos as a season 0, because they were the concept that I was going for wound up being this instead of them.
Wow. They could be. I don't know. I don't know if I consider them season 0. I'd consider it the first talk show attempt.
Yes, the first attempt. But first attempt, if you know how season 0 works, I don't really know either. But yeah, it's just simply because it was an attempt and I had multiple segments like I do on this show.
Mm-hmm.
However, the difference was that those segments were more, they were more of like a solo podcast because I have a lot of those segments moved into Gamer Guy Audio.
Mm-hmm. Like, and some of the segments in Gamer Guy Audio are actually from Subscriber Hour too.
Yeah, you're right. Such as Game of the Month.
And let me think, Subscriber Hour, not Subscriber Hour.
Yes, and then that's the question of, is Subscriber Hour possibly season 0?
Oh, you did. I remember you used to do Subscriber Hour podcast and go over the camera with a paper towel. Yeah, I remember that. Those were good old days.
Yes, and they were barely podcasts.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, to be fair, though, I was attempting stuff.
Yeah.
And attempts are important, even if they're not the successful ones.
Mm-hmm. Like, how this show is successful.
Yeah, like this show, I mean, yeah, first episode did actually get a pretty decent amount of views.
Let's hope this one beats that one.
Yeah, but the reason why this show is not entirely successful in my eyes is I'm having trouble getting guests. That's why we haven't moved on to out-of-channel guests yet. It's just because I've been having trouble finding guests.
Scheduling troubles.
Yes. And so, yeah, other than that, okay, so yeah, let's go back to talking about why season 0, like, stuff, because, alright, let's think here. First talk show video, I did mention that I wanted to eventually, like, talk with people on there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Second one, I didn't really attempt for that. Like, at some point I did, I think, like, maybe around, like, after 10.
Talk Show 11, which has not been released.
Yeah, it hasn't been released, but it had actually been filmed.
It was filmed, but...
So it was a canceled video.
So it's a canceled talk show.
Yes.
The final season 0 episode.
Yes.
We're already done with that?
With the bubble?
Sorry, we have some studio audience.
Studio audience is already in chat.
Sorry.
No, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah, you know what? We'll do your episode next.
After this.
But yeah.
Totally honest, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
We're just talking about Aiden's...
I didn't even know this thing was a thing.
It's Party on my... Oh, you haven't watched the first video. It was written instead.
Why do you look like you're gonna punch me?
I'm not gonna punch you. But okay, so...
You look so serious.
Bro, just call me Dad. Calvin and Kyle. We have Kyle's actor here.
No.
Jaden, no. What are you doing?
No.
Just
Okay, thank you.
Good job, Jaden. Yay.
Yeah, some studio audience participation there. And now, okay, so in general, let's recap on what we've talked about so far. So possible reasons for a yes are, for the talk show videos, are they were an attempt, but they weren't a complete success.
Yeah.
And then, let me think here. Actually, that's pretty much it. The consideration for not is that it wasn't an interview, and there was never really much audience participation. So I guess the cons outweigh the pros in this case, and we would not consider the talk show videos the season 0.
Because they're just not season 0. It's kind of like their own separate thing.
Yes. Alright, and now let's talk about subscriber hour.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
First attempt, okay, so this was more of like, I don't know, this wasn't an intentional attempt. However, I'm still bringing it into the discussion because it is a segmented show that was like attempting to actually do something.
A podcast.
For the podcast part.
Mm-hmm.
It was a segmented show that was attempting to do something. And then, let me think here. And then there were guests.
Guests.
Like, sure, you couldn't hear them most of the time, but...
Like Hyper or Jackson or me,
Yeah.
the four main people.
Yes.
Three main people.
Yes.
That were
And
around
then-
at that time.
And then let me think here. Reasons for not is that it wasn't actually a talk show. But in this case,
It's a podcast.
yeah, it's a podcast. Podcasts and talk shows are a little bit different, but we'll get into that at a different time because I don't feel like explaining that right now.
And some podcasts are like, sometimes you can see what's
Yeah.
going on in a podcast. It gets complicated
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for being on the show. All right, and party on, my guys.
Yeah, party on, my guys.